So now that we have an instance running there with Nginx running, now I'm going to launch another instance to see whether we can connect to that instance from the other VPC. From the other VPC, now I'm going to launch an EC2 instance, and this I'm going to use Ubuntu ARM version and T4G micro. Next, and this is very important, I need to use the peered VPC, so not the usual VPC. Okay, so I haven't created a new subnet here, so that means I will need to create a subnet. So when creating a new subnet, I will use this peered VPC. And now for the first subnet, A, and I can say that this is AP Southeast 1A, just to make it clear that this first subnet is this one. And then how about the IP block? I will just use similar to the existing one for 1A, that will be this one, but then I modify it so that it's using the address for this VPC. Right, and then I can create the subnet. Okay, now that the subnet is being created, I can use this subnet. Okay, I can use this subnet, and then in this case I won't be needing to connect it using a public IP. Next, for storage, okay, and the text, you say this will be test peering tool, yeah. And then the security group, in this case I will select existing security group here, and I would say I will need to create another security group to allow SSH from anywhere. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm launching this one, and I can choose an existing key file. Right, so the instance has launched. So now I can connect to this new instance. Okay, so I made a mistake. It seems that it requires a public IP4 address. So I'm going to change it so that it has a public IP4 address. So I will need to change this. Let's stop it first. Okay, as it turns out, I cannot make it a dynamic IP address after launching it. Based on this Docker flow, you cannot assign a dynamic public IP address after it has been launched. So the other alternative is using an elastic IP. I would say it's at this time just want to delete this instance and then create another instance. It's still faster that way. Okay, so I'm going to launch another one. Using the peered VPC and then subnet, and this time I will make sure that I have a public IP. Just using the same name. Then for the security group, okay. Why there's an error here? Using GP3, test peering to Luvia. Okay, and then I will select the SSH server public. And then I launched this one. Okay, and then use the existing key pair. All right. Now I want to connect to this instance. Okay, waiting for it to start.